about my spiritual journey because I kind of decided that I want to document my thoughts here since nobody's listening. And I don't have to worry about it so much. But anyways, just want to talk about how I got into spirituality because I was actually raised in a Pentecostal church. Like my great-granddad, who was adopted by his uncle and his uncle's wife, was raised, and his uncle's wife was a Pentecostal preacher, so that continued. My great-grandfather helped build the Pentecostal church that I attended for some odd years, a lot of years, and I was raised in a heavily Christian-based family, and that's just that. Like, I remember being a little kid and thinking that I was going to hell for mispronouncing a word, and I had sinned against God. That's how virtuous I thought I had to be at all times. I could not comprehend anything else except for an external heaven and an external God, and that's how I was taught, and that's what I did. So, I digress. But back in 2012, I actually lost my job. I had a great job, and I lost it and I started looking up side hustles online. And I found The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Wattles. Now, I had read The Secret briefly, of course for free, while I was working at the airport. I always read the books for free when I was working the register at the airport. Anyways, but, so I know that The Science of Getting Rich is, The Secret is totally based off of it. Rhonda Byrne missed a lot of good shit, though. Sorry, Bob Proctor, but it's true. In that book and the whole concept of that book. However, it started kind of my journey, and I didn't really get it, and it was frustrating to read, and my soul definitely was not ready. So I just kind of kept it busy and kind of kept that attitude about me, and then I went to I eventually found The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Dr. Joseph Murphy. Sorry about that, guys. Anyway, so Dr. Joseph Murphy definitely was a life-changing guru for me. Between him and Pilot Man, I would have to say they have given me my awakening. However, so The Power of the Subconscious Mind is just a beautiful book. Dr. Joseph Murphy is a beautiful man, and the whole thing really woke me up to what's going on in the world, and I kind of just kept researching and kept going as 2013 and 2014 kept moving. I was manifesting great stuff for my life with the information that Dr. Joseph Murphy gave me. Seriously, if anybody out there is just looking for a simple, hey, new words, right? Simple and practical way to, change their lives, Dr. Joseph Murphy is definitely the highest recommended man, on my opinion, for that. So, Power of Subconscious Mind changes your life for sure. So, I read that and many other books, and I was going through a lot of shit in my life, secret enemies. People were contacting my job, trying to get me fired, calling the police on me, contacting CPS. And somebody had previously in 2007 told me about Mother God Asna. I had petitioned her once in 2009, and she, of course, thank you Asna, delivered my request, and it was a massive request, and she came through like a motherfucker. So I was stumbling around online, and I found this shit about the planned end of democracy, an excerpt from A Pale White Horse by Bill Cooper. Rest in peace, fucking truth seeker right there. Anyways, and Bill Cooper had put in this excerpt about the planned end of democracy, supposedly found on a used IBM printer in 1971. It basically was just talking about how the government has put in this currency into place. It is a unfailing machine. It will not fail, and they are capable of, they have a machine and it will not fail, blah, blah, blah. The only time it almost failed is like once in 1967 or some shit. So anyways, freaked my little innocent ass out, like my non-esoteric believing ass the fuck out. So I petitioned Mother God Asna for like help for that and all the other shit going on in my life at that time. And what really came to pass was I found out about the Wingmakers. So the Wingmakers were, it was a website launched in like 1998. I found it in 2014 after the Neruda interviews were published. Oh, the 5th Neruda interview, excuse me, but shout out to Spirit Science, actually. I shouldn't leave them out, because Dr. Joseph Murphy and then Spirit Science was huge help in opening my eyes, and then Pilot Man as well. But anyways, I digress. So Spirit Science published the Neruda interview, so I started getting into looking up the Wingmakers, and that's when I found whattoknow.info. And God bless the man that made that website. If you guys get a chance, please go to whattoknow.info or wanttoknow.info. It is eye-opening. It is all concrete, 3D, left brain, solid evidence of all the shit I'm talking about. And phenomenal man right there. God bless him every minute of the day, please. White House whistleblower launched that website, funds it, and does a phenomenal job. However, so I digress, but he actually published the original Wingmakers website in comparison to this new one where everything had slowly been manipulated and changed. And he actually made the commentary that he only thought of it as a joke and liked the allegory of the idea of it, and he thought it was just a beautiful story with a great lesson, until he's seen that it's actively being changed and they're trying to delete the message and manipulate the message. And the message that's being manipulated is that there's some type of external action you can take to mobilize against these opposing forces that are here. And such is not the case. You cannot take external action against force. You can't. Everything has to come from the inside. Everything that you want to fight has to be fought from the inside. When they say be the change you want to see in the world, that's not some hokey bullshit. That's real as fuck. Be the fucking change. Change it on the inside. Raise your vibration. Fix who you are as a person. That's the single most important fucking thing that we can do, is be the best person that we can be. Seriously, like, I had to learn this, that everyone has value. Every life has value. So much value. Every thought they think is detrimental to the success of the earth. All of them. The poorest of the poor, the evilest of the evil. We need all of them for this to run and for this to work. And so we have this horrible individualistic mentality that's being spread through Western society, that, well, we're the individual and that we are not important to the collective unless, you know, we make a lot of money or we can make these moves or we've harnessed enough energy. But such is not the case. Each individual person is very, very important to the collective. Each individual belief and thought and opinion that you hold is so important, detrimental to the collective, and all of your actions matter. No such thing as no action that matters. I read this study once about people will lie more when they think it's a little lie because they don't think it matters. But when it's a big lie, you know, they won't. And it's like, that's it. But those little lies matter. Every action you take matters. And we have to raise our vibration. We have to stop fighting the opposition, externalizing it. And we have to raise our vibration, and we have to collectively do that. And we're not going to convince anyone of an internal reality when they can't feel it, when we're not living it, when we're not breathing it. And I guess this is where I'm at. This is what I got going on. I don't know how in the fuck this is gonna help my Leo 12th house, Mars, South Node. I don't know how in the fuck any of this is gonna help my Aquarius 6th house, North Node. If you've got tips or advice, please, God, give them to me.